What's up, YouTube? This is Gabe with this is gonna be my first official live stream of my new channel, Macroeconomics Worldwide. I'm coming to you live from Dana Point, California. It's completely beautiful out here, but anyway, this channel is gonna be about trading. This is actually my personal channel, but I just made my Macro Econ Worldwide channel, and I just can't live stream on it yet. So we'll hit that tomorrow or the next day. But all I wanted to do on this channel is, or on this stream in particular, was to check out some charts on Bitcoin, which is going to be one of the mainstays of my new channel. I'm a huge supporter of Bitcoin, its technology, its community, and I think it has a really big part to play in macroeconomics worldwide going forward. So yeah, without further ado, I want to just point out, I guess let's drill down. So let's start at higher time frames and then go down into the lower time frames. So this is a little bit messy. Sorry, I'm gonna get that fixed for later streams, but just clean up some of those lines. And I guess the big thing I just want to point out first is this channel right here. From here on my cursor down here, which Bitcoin has been trading in for the last, what is this, 2 or 3 months at this point. Just kind of drew out this range from the top of this wick down to basically the bottom of the subsequent day's wick. But there was this trend line here. It kind of matches these two candlestick bottoms, this candlestick top, these wicks and bottoms, and at the top trend line from these three wicks that peaked out on August 6th, the 10th of July, and the 26th of June. So pretty well-respected channel here. This trend line here in the middle is really just like a 50% split between the upper and lower trend lines. And so you could call this, I've been treating this as kind of the current trend downwards. The next thing to point out on this chart is these Ichimoku clouds, these green and red masses right here. You can kind of see from this point on, where my cursor is, price has sort of mirrored the cloud. Here you can see a horizontal section of the cloud, and price, traded down a little bit, but mostly went horizontal in this time frame. Then the cloud was ascending, price followed, the cloud was descending. It's just talking about this upper line of the cloud behind these bars was descending, so price tended to follow that. And here we got a switch where the cloud shifts from green to red. And this indicator is not perfect all the time, but I have found it to be fairly powerful in this market. So yeah, another thing price will tend to do is to bounce off the exterior of the cloud. You can see this happened right here, right? The bottom of the cloud was acting as resistance for price, and we came down here to test the 50% line of this range that we'd drawn previously. After successful support of the range over this 4 or 5 day period, we saw a big spike in Bitcoin. This is a large move, about 6%, 6-7%, like that. I remember that day. That was a crazy day. I actually started entering short there, which was, short didn't pan out too well. But So price came up and it did respect the cloud right here. And it also bounced off. The important thing, so here's the important thing, the merging of these two pieces of information right now. The price came up and bounced for a fourth time up against this upper trend line. You know, this one from this wick to this wick to this wick. I also think maybe I should go full screen. Okay. So yeah, 4 wicks hitting the top of the trend line. A big general principle that I tend to subscribe to in trading is that the more times a trend line is tested, the more likely it is to break. In general, you know, I mean, some trend lines could continue for months, you know, weeks, months, years, whatever. It depends on what kind of market you're in, right? How fast these things change. But I think there's a lot of confluence here for price to actually finally break this upper trend line and to trade higher. How high? Don't know. The obvious resistances are, so this one that we're at right now at 10.8, right? Because support, so previous levels of resistance and support will tend to act as levels of resistance and support going forward in the future, right? That's sort of a trend concept as well. But so yeah, the more times a support or resistance is tested, the more likely that level is to break as well. So that's another piece of confluence, right? That we're up on this 10.8 thousand. Oopsies. Oh no, I forgot to start the stream. Oh no. Oh man. Are y'all still here? I can fix this. But I need to get my stream key. Well, I hope no one I don't know is reading my text messages, but let's see. Let's try to get this stream key. Stream key.